Hello, I am back with the fifth Creative Fecundity video, which is a continuation from the last video. In this video, I will tie in interdependencies and connectivity from earlier videos into this video on the personal self and our self-transformation to rise above instances of pain, hardship, and struggle to prosper, grow, and be at ease in our lives. In the natural environment here, you see the plot of earth and the plant that I had spoken about in the last video. You can see how this plant now has started to grow more foliage, leaves, and it's really starting to branch out. You can tell from the leaves. In a similar fashion, when the self-transformation occurs, we are growing, we are discovering new traits, characteristics, descriptions of ourselves that we draw on to help us rise above our struggles, troubles, and woes. In our efforts to overcome the difficulties we are facing, we are drawing on our internal interdependencies and connectivity between all the traits that comprise our existence. For example, from the last video, you recall the sentimental, emotional, nurturing characteristic traits that I mentioned could describe us internally and which grow into the external, bold, confident, strong, and enterprising traits. With these different traits that comprise our existence, those that are natural to us, that are effortless to us, are genuine, and they compose our natural selves. It is these traits that will help us to rise above and overcome the challenges in our lives. The discovery of these traits happens when I creatively counsel you during personal sessions to give you the opportunity to express those natural traits through creative mediums, where you can discover the natural characteristics that comprise your existence. So if we return to the example from the last video of when we were in our mother's wombs and how we progressed from the initial stage of obscurity, that lack of knowing, towards a partial realization, partial consciousness that people may refer to as subconsciousness, that partial consciousness of our needing to break free, to express, affirm, and love our core identities. And to break free, we are able to express those identity traits that come naturally to us, where we can draw on them to face our situations and to assert the respect for our inner selves that others need to appreciate as we do ourselves. When we naturally draw on the traits, express our natural traits to overcome difficult situations and struggles, these traits can very well be hidden, and they are hidden. So in your personal counseling sessions, I help you to discover those hidden traits through expressive mediums and bring those traits in the outer world outside of you to help you to overcome struggles and difficulties in your lives. These hidden traits can be comparable to our existence in the womb, where we are not conscious of them. And through counseling, personal counseling, we reach realization of those traits, which is akin to the intermediate stage in the womb when we are starting to have that partial consciousness of our growth, development, ligaments forming. And over time, through personal counseling, there is discovery of, say, holistic understanding of the various traits that comprise your existence, which is or can be likened to the birth of the child from the womb, fully developed in consciousness, coming out into the world and ready to express the self in totality. Similarly, this plant, you can see, is expressing itself in totality with the formation of the leaves. I have added the links to my personal creative counseling to this video as well. The personal creative counseling is just $20. And this has always been my intention for prices to be affordable to you, not just because of the current pandemic, but because it should be light on your budgets, since there is costliness out there enough as it is. And also, there is the opportunity for you to email in a pressing problem or issue you are having just for $10 and receive email creative counseling. The links to both those counseling types are in the description box below. The areas in which I counsel you are relationships, career, education, and overall life. So I hope you will take a look at the counseling available to you and reach out if you need help, personal help, to be respected, acknowledged, and loved out there in the world, but also in relation to yourself. In previous videos, we discussed interdependencies and connectivity. And in this video, you see the traits, how they are interdependent and how they connect to make you the person you are and to form the totality of your identity. It's when over time, and the entire journey of ours is the discovery of these traits, because we often do not know the traits we have inside that really help propel us towards our happiness, wellness, growth, and feeling of blissful fulfillment. The interdependencies and connectivity that make who you are, it's taking the time to discover those interdependencies and that connectivity of all the traits that comprise you, and coming to a point where you are able to express them in complete harmony. And that's when you have become and fully embodied the core of your existence. I welcome you all to subscribe to this channel, as well as like and comment on all videos. Thank you, and stay healthy, safe, and happy.